Hi gents, Palm Springs Cindy here in my living room. I just noticed as I started videotaping that my television is on, but it's black. It's on, but it's off. Well, you guys, it has been like 122 degrees here in Indio, and last night I was out and I overheard a friend say that they clocked in at 125 in Palm Springs yesterday. So needless to say, it is hot like crazy. I have got a fan sitting on me right here. I have another fan over there when I go in the kitchen, and I have another fan on my bathroom counter. And that all to say that I have my air conditioning on 78. It was 77, and then I felt guilty, so I put it on 78. So anyway, I was at the pool today, and there were only 3 other people at the pool, so hallelujah. Well, it doesn't really matter, but in other words, I had plenty of space to swim and to lay out in the sun. And so, but I was only there about an hour because, that was really not even refreshing. Anyway, I'm going tonight. I'm meeting my friend Jill. Hi, Jill. And I'm meeting her up at the clubhouse because last night I got a text from her. We've been texting back and forth, trying to get together. Jill is a friend of mine that I have known since before I was married to Dana. I met her in Idaho. She was single, I was single. Anyway, we've stayed friends throughout all these years. She lives at this trilogy as well. So she sent me a text yesterday, and you know how spell check sometimes actually creates another word other than the one you meant to spell? Well, anyway, so she said that she was going out to dinner at 5 o'clock with some girlfriends, and did I want to join them? So I said sure. So I got dressed. Well, I thought the message said, meet us at the clubhouse, 5 o'clock for dinner. Great, I did. She wasn't there. I did see a couple people I knew and ended up sitting at the bar with them. And by the way, I ran into one of my subscribers and YouTube friends, Diane. So hello, Diane. And so anyway, I thought, well, I must have the wrong directions. What have I done wrong? So I figured out she didn't say clubhouse. She meant to say Cliff House, which I just thought I was reading into something that was wrong, the way that I thought it was supposed to read. Anyway, long story short, I did not meet with her last night. So she's also going out with a group of friends tonight at the clubhouse. So I have about 10 minutes to kill, and then I'm on my way to the clubhouse. So yesterday, let's see, what did I do yesterday? I think oh my gosh. I went over to Patty's house. And Donna was there, and the 3 of us played Mexican Train. I won 1 game. Donna and Patty won the rest. No matter. It was fun. Excuse me. It was fun. It was nice just to get out of the house. And Patty fixed a beautiful lunch. And then because I didn't want to go empty-handed, I stopped at this little LG's market here at the corner, and I picked up some tamales and avocados. They were really ripe avocados. So anyway, I gave in each package there are 2 tamales. So usually they have with a black magic marker, black felt tip on the outside, it might say veg for veggie tamale, or pork or beef or chicken, whatever. Well, I didn't even notice because there were not that many tamales left, and I had to ask for help because they're in this special oven and you have to have the mitt and all that stuff. Anyway, I asked for help. They came over and I said, please get me 3 packages. Because I thought, 1 package for Donna, 1 for Patty, and 1 for a friend of Patty's. I was not going to have any. Trying to to eat a little less. So anyway, I said, so when I went over there, she said, oh, are we supposed to eat these now for lunch? And I said, no, save them for dinner. You know, they're so good. And, you know, even if you need to add a salad or some beans and rice with them, whatever. So they did. And this morning, I got a text from them, and they said that they opened their tamales to eat them and that there was nothing inside of them, that there was no ingredient. It was just the maza. And so I was like, what? So anyway, I was kind of embarrassed because here I brought it as a little hostess gift. And then they, you know, they were, there was a mistake when they made those particular tamales, evidently. So when I go to the LG market, I'll mention that. Maybe, you know, who knows? Maybe they'll say some of them are meant to be like that. I don't really know. Okay, I have not had to work in my yard because I have a gardener now 2 times per month. He was here, he's due to come this coming Wednesday. And they did such a good job. I mean, I look out in my backyard with a smile because there's not one thing to be done. And it has not been windy, so I haven't even used my leaf blower. I mean, it really is nice outside. And let's see, what else can I say? I went to Trader Joe's yesterday. You know how when you haven't gone to the grocery store forever and you don't feel like going for here, it's because it was too hot, but you just don't feel like going. So I'm thinking, you know, well, I'll eat, you know, I've got to have something. You know, maybe I'll have a can of soup or a potato. I've got to have something at the house. Well, okay, I don't. So, I mean, I ate scrambled eggs the other night with a piece of sourdough bread, which, by the way, was very good. So I had to break down and go to the store. I went to Trader Joe's. I have not been to Trader Joe's in forever. And I went bonkers. I bought a little bit of everything. I could hardly close my freezer. And I have a bag of ice in there. I'm gonna have to toss that. I don't really need that now that my ice maker's working. It's taking up one whole shelf. And then I bought those prepackaged salads. I had one today. It was not very good, I have to be honest. And I bought a little thing of macaroni / lemon / basil salad. It had peas in it. It was very good, but needed like salt and pepper. And I bought a little prepackaged thing of chicken salad. I had one of those. It was very good. And I bought some of that $2 chuck, but it's now more expensive than that. Pinot Grigio, which was very good, or is good. And I bought, in fact, after I do this video, I'll get out what I bought for company, because remember that time I invited those people over and I did not have one thing to serve them, and I ended up making grilled cheese sandwiches and cutting them? Well, so I made up my mind I was going to always have something here that I could, you know, put on a tray or a platter when somebody came over, you know, sort of unexpectedly. And Trader Joe's is really good about having those kind of little novelty items, you know, special tamponades and special crackers and things like that. So I bought a few things like that, knowing, and I put them up on my very tip-top shelf, knowing that shelf is, you know, that's sort of my shelf that it's so high I can't get up there and reach anything. So I put things that I'm not going to really use very often on that top shelf. So, but I don't want to get up and go get that because it's time for me to leave and go up to the clubhouse for dinner. And our clubhouse has a new dinner menu. And they pointed out some things yesterday, but yesterday I just had Brussels sprouts and they were crispy and very good. I might have the same thing again tonight. We'll see. All right, ladies and gents, this is Palm Springs Cindy signing off, and then I'll add on to this video. Bye-bye. Tonight I met with my friend Jill and up at the clubhouse, and she introduced me to a couple of her friends, And so we had a nice time at the restaurant. Once again, I ordered those Brussels sprouts. I'm kind of hooked on those, and I know they're not too, high calorie. So anyway, we ended up just sort of having a nice time, and then they came. She and her friend Denise came over here, and we fixed a cold drink, sat and girl talked, and it was really a fun evening. So I wanted to share that with you. Plus, if you remember, I started this video mentioning about when I invited that couple over and I didn't really have anything to serve them. And so I kind of made, I just sort of planted a little seed in my mind that I wanted to have something on hand for when company came over. What could it be? Something that would, the kind of food that would be a staple in my pantry until someone came over. So I want to share with you some of the things I chose because they're fun. Okay, number one, I'm going to start. I'm going to start with the one thing I was just going to show you doesn't fall in that category. So, okay, one thing is this artichoke antipasto. Now, I got this thinking if I made a little spaghetti, I could put this on my spaghetti. But this could also be used for like a little cracker dip or something like that. So Trader Joe's, all of these items are from Trader Joe's. Then I also bought this bruschetta. So once again, with crackers and maybe some cheese, a little fresh basil, this would be great. Some specialty crackers. I love these savory thin crackers. They're nice for company and they're nice for sort of dipping. And they're different. They're the kind of cracker that we don't normally purchase for ourselves when we're hanging around the house. This is a pesto Genovese, basil pesto. Once again, this is really for a sauce for my spaghetti. Because, it's easy to boil a little pan of penne pasta, and then I have a little special sauce to put on. Olive tamponade. I like this. First of all, I like anything salty, and this is good with crackers, with chips, a spread on a piece of bread. I purchased, this was 99 cents, but these little black olives, if for nothing else, they look pretty on a tray, and they're spicy and good, kind of special. I purchased some capers because sometimes I'm cooking something and like pasta, and I think, or even a salad, and I think, oh, I wish I had some capers because they're a little bit salty and they add that little bite, that little salty bite to something. I bought these. I could pour these in a little bowl. These rice crackers. It's a little medley, and these should stay fresh in the pantry for a while. And I think everybody loves those. I could also bake these sweet fries and have these in a little dish for dipping. So, this will stay in my freezer. Something that looks so good to me for a breakfast are these blueberry waffles. They smell so good, but look what I bought to put on them. This fruit spread. So instead of butter or syrup, I thought this fruit spread might taste good and refreshing, especially for the summer. Then I also have these, once again, these artichoke hearts. Now I put these in a salad. These aren't necessarily for company, let's say, but they're nice to have on hand. First of all, I love them. And even if I make a sandwich, toss a salad, make some pasta, make a little pasta salad, they're good. They're nice to have on hand. And then, a nice tray to put your cheese, some grapes, some, grapes, a little bit of cheese, some crackers, fresh fruit, a specialty sauce, some special crackers, those kind of things on a tray when company comes. Really, it's just finger food, but it looks pretty on the tray and it looks special for your guests. So anyway, I was glad I purchased some of those items. Like I said, not all of them are for my guests. Some of them are just for me, for what I might make, especially I'm thinking pasta. So, okay, so the gals came over tonight. Finley, Jill brought her dog Finley, who's a multi-poo like Shelby, and they had fun. Finley is a hoot and a half. He thinks he's a 3-year-old boy. He's just so cute. So, all right, I really have not much to report other than I just want to say hello. I wanted to share with you some of these items I purchased at Trader Joe's. And, I just, like I said, I just want to be able to touch base with you guys to let you know what I'm up to. And I have, something I wanted to ask you. Will you guys, in your comments, please write some questions that you would like me to answer? It would be fun for me, and it would be some new content. So if you would think of that, and after you watch this video, leave me a comment, ask me a question, something that you're curious about that I can respond to in the next video. P.S. I love you guys. Mwah. Until our next conversation.